Hey guys, Rob Shukov here with 3 Storm Fitness, and I want to talk to you real quick about, I guess, 3 guidelines for an effective Tabata session. Tabata, for those of you who don't know, I'm not going to give the history of it, but it's a protocol. It's a high intensity interval training protocol that was popularized a while back after a guy named Dr. Tabata, I believe. And anyways. It was used mainly for conditioning purposes, not necessarily like to increase like VO2 max and lactic work capacity and things like that. And was shown to be very effective. It's been real popularized among people trying to make body composition changes, like losing fat in particular. And first of all, let me just go off and say, you could do all the Tabata in the world. And you'll probably get in really good shape doing so, but if your diet sucks, your changes are going to be probably barely noticeable. Just take that into consideration. So sometimes I hear people say, like I was talking to my wife the other day, and she said she doesn't feel like, she's been doing like Tabata sessions every now and then after a workout. She said she doesn't feel like it's really that hard anymore. And anytime I do it, first of all, half the time I get a migraine, so sometimes I don't do it. That's not half the time, but if I get a migraine, it's usually after some super intense session like Tabata. Anyways, so I say, well, you're just not doing it hard enough. So here's 3 simple rules to kind of stick with for Tabata to make sure you get the most out of it, because it should be hell. It's only 4 minutes, at least in the typical fashion. It's only 4 minutes, and that's for a reason. Most people pushing themselves to 100% maximum effort plus can't withstand that for more than 4 minutes. At least I can. I'm a puddle on the floor, literally, when I'm done. So number 1, I would recommend pick an exercise that you can do extremely hard without thinking about it. An exercise that if your form starts to break down a little bit, which it will almost certainly do, you're not going to hurt yourself, or at least the chances of injury are significantly lowered. An example would be, and it's going to vary from person to person. For some people, it might be a freaking complex movement like a kettlebell snatch or something. For other people, it may have to be something very, very simple like an air assault bike. Extremely effective, extremely hard, but not necessarily going to hurt you if you start, having to lean over and really get into it. Other examples, burpees are always a favorite. Although you do got to be careful on burpees too. You don't want to throw your back out, drive your knees up. It does happen sometimes. Any battle rope variation, sled pushes, sled pulls, jump squats, just jumping in general, double unders with a jump rope. Sprints, although you got to be careful there. Carries, those are some examples. Like I said, a lot of cardio equipment, like a Concept 2 rower. I have one of those. If you get good at the rower, you can go super freaking hard on that thing and kill yourself. Go watch Brian Shaw break the record for 100 meters and tell me that looks like it'd be easy to do for 8 bouts of 20 seconds. By the way, that's Tabata. I probably should have mentioned that. For those of you who don't know, a typical Tabata interval, the one that kind of started it all, so to speak, in the testing, was 8 rounds of 20 seconds maximum effort work with, I think it was with like a Olympic speed skating team, if I'm not mistaken, and then 10 seconds rest. 8 rounds of that, so 4 minutes total. Anyways, so number 2. So number 1, pick an easy exercise to go all out on. Number 2 is go all out. If you have to think, I wonder if I'm going all out, then you're not. You should not be able to think about anything except squeaking out another rep and maybe counting them, which leads me to my 3rd. So again, as hard as you possibly can, like so hard you're seeing stars. Number 3 is, and this is kind of simple, assuming you went absolutely as hard as you could on the first round, count how many reps you went, or how many steps, or how many, if you're using like a bike or something, how many pedals you could find your like RPM, try to match the RPM, and try to match it on subsequent sets. You might not be able to. You probably won't be able to. But let's say you get like, usually I get about 8 burpees if I'm doing it. So I want to try to hit 8 burpees all the way through to the last round. It is absolutely brutal, but that's what you want to shoot for to make sure that you maintain that maximum intensity. All right, guys, if you have any questions about Tabata or have any other good tips, man, the sun just came out. It's beautiful. Let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you got any questions. My name is Rob Shoecraft. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one.